The Miami Dolphins just traded away their best remaining offensive weapon. Jaylen Waddle, the guy they drafted 6th overall, is officially a Denver Bronco. On the surface, people are saying the Dolphins got completely fleeced. Denver gets a superstar receiver for a late first-round pick, a third, and a fourth. But there is a whole other side to this trade that nobody wants to talk about. What if Denver just paid a premium price for a declining asset? Today, we are breaking down why two franchises heading in completely opposite directions made this deal, what Waddle's declining numbers actually tell us, and who really won this blockbuster trade. By the end of this video, you might completely change your mind. To understand why Miami shipped out a 27-year-old star receiver, you have to look at how fast the Dolphins fell apart. Back in December 2023, this team looked built to compete for years. Their offense was electric. But then the slow-motion car crash started. Injuries piled up. The team doubled down, giving Tua a $212 million extension and locking up Waddle for $84 million, but the bounce back never came. The 2025 season was a complete disaster. Tyreek Hill got hurt, Tua was benched and eventually released, and the coach was fired. Now Miami is carrying an NFL record $155 million in dead cap for players who aren't even on the roster. They are in a full-scale rebuild. Miami traded Waddle because they desperately need draft capital, and they couldn't afford to pay a massive receiver contract while starting a completely new rebuild with Malik Willis at quarterback. Now let's look at the Broncos. If Miami is in freefall, Denver is a team on the rise that just suffered a heartbreaking setback. In 2025, Bo Nix was incredible. He led Denver to a 14-3 record and the #1 seed in the AFC. But in the playoffs, disaster struck. Nix broke his ankle. Without their franchise quarterback, the Broncos' offense completely froze in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots, managing just 32 yards in the second half. They lost 10-7. Denver realized that to win a Super Bowl, they need an offense that can carry the load even when things get tough. Their passing game was inconsistent. They needed an elite weapon to strike fear into defenses. So, they traded for Waddle to give Bo Nix the ultimate speed weapon. Denver is tired of coming up short, and they are going all in right now. So, who won this trade? If you think Denver won, it makes sense. You get a guy with over 5,000 career yards and 3 1,000-yard seasons for a late first-round pick. But here is the major red flag. Denver might have just been fleeced. Jaylen Waddle's production has been declining for 3 straight years. In 2022, he was a monster with over 300 yards. But in 2024, he dropped to just 744 yards. Even in 2025, when Tyreek Hill went down and Waddle became the clear #1 target, he couldn't crack 1,000 yards. He actually faded down the stretch, failing to hit 80 yards in his final 6 games. Was Waddle only elite because Tyreek Hill drew all the double coverage? That is the $70 million question. Denver is locked into his massive contract starting in 2027. If Waddle continues to decline, they are stuck with an incredibly expensive complementary receiver. For Miami, they dumped $68 million in future contract money and secured 3 draft picks. They now have 2 first-round picks to rebuild their franchise with cheap, team-controlled talent. If Denver gets the 2022 version of Jaylen Waddle, this trade is a masterpiece. But if they get the 2025 version, they just made a huge mistake. The real loser here might just be Waddle himself, who now has the pressure to prove he's worth a first-round pick in a brand new city. What do you guys think? Did Denver get a steal, or did Miami pull off a genius rebuild move? Grade this trade down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe for more NFL content. I'll catch you in the next one.